Yeah, she shining like butter. The from Chicago, I call her Young Cutler. Leave it to people. I pull up in Billy's with London. They all wanna meet 'em. Yeah, they all wanna greet 'em. Then they all wanna. No, they won't tease on that. They won't read on that. They won't leash on that. Don't Felicia that. Mama see to that. They gon' snitch on that. She can't secret that. Mama a beast on that. If she bad, I'ma go in 4 season that. What? Me a chick, I got a chick. Yeah, I done.
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. This is Brian Anderson, joined courtside by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. Haliburton outside. The three. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game. When it comes to these two teams, Grant, you have to expect they'll be relying on their front court to get it done here.
Yeah, I think that's right, B.A. It should be an old-fashioned battle amongst the bigs. And whoever gets the edge in that matchup, I think gets the W. But we'll see.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Rick Carlisle. We briefly discussed Anthony Davis and what he wants his team to do against him, and Coach said to make him into a jump shooter. I think if we can make the majority of his shots jumpers and keep him away from the rim, we should be in good shape. Easier said than done, but we'll see what happens. Back to you guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. Inside. Sarr. And good. Coming on the assist by Wall.
And defensively, you just cannot let Sarr get that ball inside.
And the dunk by Haliburton.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
And the Wizards on the break for the finish. Christie's shot is off. And here's Haliburton. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. And Bilal Coulibaly picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Haliburton outside. It's Williams, high post. And it's Coulibaly with a rebound.
I mean, I think that was their first miss of the game. They've been just rolling.
And another miss by Washington.
Not exactly what they're looking for out of the gates. Just 1 of 4 shooting.
Pass to Artest. Siakam the screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Haliburton. The rebound by the Wizards. And few players are more valuable to their teams than Tyrese Haliburton, Grant.
Yeah, he leads the way for them, B.A. An efficient scorer, elite playmaking, and disruptive defensively. And, of course, he makes clutch plays at both ends.
Now here's Siakam. Left side, Williams. Haliburton on the wing. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And Indiana misses again. And so Wall will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. It's a 5-point game. Pass to Sarr. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there.
And he's having an ugly quarter from the field and seems really frustrated.
And here's Siakam. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
When Siakam is assertive like this, I love it. I mean, knocking down these kinds of shots is huge for building confidence.
Wall, no good. Indiana leading by 7. To the paint. Here's Williams. Sarr pulls it in. And Washington with possession. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
To the middle. And finished off by Sarr.
Sarr using all of his length and athleticism to tell this league that he has arrived.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And here's Indiana now. Here's Carter Williams. He takes it in. Here's Lively. And a slam dunk by Lively.
Climbing the ladder, going upstairs. Lively, he doesn't have to go far to flush it.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Johnson. Six on the shot clock. The Wizards need to get off a shot here. Koloko. Lively grabs the miss. Here's Artest. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
And just nails the 3. Way to close the quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the...
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, what's your take on Indiana so far?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
Wizards trail by 10. Outside Wall. Pass to Davis. Fades. And the basket's good with the assist from Wall.
I know Davis would prefer to get it inside, but he's making the most of his mid-range chance.
Here's Carter Williams. No points yet. Outside Covington. Here's Artest. Now Wiggins. Wiggins gets a step. And it's blocked by Davis.
Davis showing you with that swat, he is always a Defensive Player of the Year caliber candidate.
Indiana shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. Well, most NBA teams run their offense through their star player. But, Grant, that can leave a team vulnerable when that player has an off night.
You know, in a strange way, it's almost better if your star is out of the game. I know that sounds weird, but those complementary players get increased opportunities and are emboldened to do more.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thank you, Brian. Trae Young is learning to become more of a threat when he's off the ball. He said at every level there's a different type of game. Now, knowing the NBA game, I'm more patient, understanding how the game is, how to control it from the beginning to the end, and how you need to win. BA, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report.
Number 31, Klay Thompson.
Indiana leading by 11. Here's Carter Williams. Driving in. Kicks it out to Siakam. Stolen by Wall. And it's Washington on the break. Here's Davis. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
At his best, Davis is an MVP caliber player. One of the true franchise guys in the league.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And the Pacers with possession here. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter. And here's Siakam for three. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
A solid three-point shooter. Siakam forcing that defense to extend out on him.
Looking back at the start of his career, Siakam only took a year or two to make his mark.
And, you know, B.A., he's just the kind of guy we love watching play. I mean, you know what you're going to get from him every night. Tremendous effort and the ability to impact the game at both ends. He's consistent, reliable, steady, and he can be explosive at the offensive end.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Pass to Christie. Now here's Sarr. Washington moving the ball around. To the inside. And finished off by Sarr.
The Frenchman, s'il vous plaît. Taking flight. You gotta like Sarr.
Siakam outside. Here's Artest. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Siakam. Artest's got 6.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
And here's Wall. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. Down by 12. And finished off by Sarr.
He's used to sharing the love. Exceptional timing on that pass.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Indiana leading by 10. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Pass to Wiggins. Shot clock at 5. Wiggins throws it down.
Oh, I tell you what, you got major bounce, but the long arms of Wiggins gives him an extra advantage converting at the rack.
Back to Wall. Down low. Here's Sarr. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. He's got 12.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Thor with the bucket.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Left side, Neesmith. It's Wiggins on the wing. Again, Indiana.
He's finally leaving that dismal first quarter behind him. Took him a while to get going.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Thompson outside. Wall looking over the floor. Sarr. Ooh, Williams with the block. Pass to Neesmith. And Williams punches it home.
Not the tallest center in the league. He more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
And so it's the Indiana Pacers going into the break up 12. They just can't miss right now. Every shot they're taking, you assume, is going in. We'll be right back. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Wall with it. He's scoreless. Coulibaly on the wing. On the wing, Christie. Shoots over Neesmith. Christie's shot is off.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Now here's Halliburton. Pass to Neesmith. Here's Huff. Back to Neesmith. Puts up a deep 3. Washington with a rebound. Here's Davis. It's rebounded by Artest. And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Second half getting started. About a minute played. And here's Halliburton. He's got 5. Now Siakam. Siakam going for it. Christie with a steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Oh, Davis finish it off the lob.
There's no stopping that. AD is too long and strong to bother that alley-oop.
Halliburton surveys the floor. And the shot is good off the backboard. Halliburton's got 7 points in the game.
And he couldn't get an easier shot. The defense right now just looks defeated.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
Pass to Koloko. Here's Wall. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Clock at 4. To the paint. Halliburton with a steal. Here's Artest. Oh, are you kidding me? Wow, man.
Going upstairs, Mr. Artest. Yes, sir.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The Pacers are all about winning. And Coach Rick Carlisle said, our young players are having to earn their way. They're not being given anything. It's the only way to do things, in my opinion. If you want to build championship habits, you got to do it on a merit-based, accountability type of basis. Brian, back over to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Pass to Christie. And here's Coulibaly, defended by Halliburton. To the inside. Here's Davis. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. He's got 10.
When he's at his best, Davis is in attack mode, getting to that rim and playing with power down low.
Pass to Halliburton. Siakam the screen. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Wall. And a fast break now for the Wizards. Here's Koloko. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. And here's Davis. And a missed layup. Pass to Siakam. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
That was your Pacers afterward.
1:11 left in the third quarter here. Inside. Stolen by Sarr. Good! Now 7 for 11 on the night.
And after playing professionally in France, we wondered what Sarr would look like in the NBA. And you know, I think our question is answered.
Lively with the bucket.
What a smart pass by Carter Williams right there.
The Wizards trailed by 12. Carrington with it. Still no points. To the middle. And finished off by Sarr.
You can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
No stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity in a three-point play. It's going to be on Carlton Carrington. And he's gone 1 for 1 in the game so far at the line.
Guys, I thought he got into a groove last year at the charity stripe, and I thought he maintained it deep into the season as well.
To the inside. Sarr. The layup off target.
As he often does, he gets to the rim but that's just stellar defense.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit, Will.
28.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Pacers leading by 13. Here's Carter Williams. Pass to Covington. From deep, buries it from three. Covington's got his first 3 points of the game.
B.A., forget about attempting the long-range three to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
Man, that was sweet.
Exercising his authority.
Lively shot is off.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
6 to shoot. Here's Christie. Sarr misses. Boy, we're seeing inspired play out of them.
And that's certainly reflected in the score.
And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Both teams will make substitutions. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He told his guys, quote, "Do not get complacent. No coasting to the finish line here. Stay on the gas, keep the energy up, and close it out. Coach doesn't just want them to hang on to this lead. He wants them to extend it."
Okay, thank you, Allie. Davis, a screen. Launches the three. It's rebounded by Indiana. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Now here's Halliburton. Pass to Williams. Here's Artest. Siakam the screen. Inside. And then Siakam with the jam.
If you do not keep Siakam out of the paint, he'll make you pay.
Outside wall. Now Davis. Oh, no good on the layup.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Siakam the screen. From 20 feet out. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And 12 points for Pascal Siakam. Pass to Christie. Here's Sarr. Oh, he took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. Instead, he'll shoot free throws.
So much skill there for Sarr, and he can get elusive, which helps him draw the foul.
You know, it seems like there's much more competition at the big man spot than there used to be.
I think a lot of that is due to the way players are developed now, particularly the big guys. They come in now expected to handle the ball and shoot, and they've watched a number of their predecessors do that in the last couple of decades. Teams now want to have 4 or more shooters on the floor to put great pressure on the opposing defense. So where there used to be 2 spots available for big guys, now they're fighting over 1 spot.
And just a beautiful looking shot from long range.
Outside wall. To the paint. Here's Davis. And good. Coming on the assist by Wall.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Down low. Here's Williams. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Back to Davis. Washington moving the ball around. Here's Wall. Left side Davis. Tip. They recover it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. So it's the Pacers now. It's a 22-point lead, the most they've led by.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Pacers.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with the win in the first game.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season. You love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
And we've come to expect these kinds of strong games for Tyrese Haliburton.
He was just everywhere for them on both ends, really, just showing a lot of aggressiveness and intensity. Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And so it's the Pacers taking care of business in this one. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their